I'm Tammy Kolda, an applied mathematician, and this is Unlocking LaTeX Graphics. On this channel, I present tutorials on using TikZ and PDF plots. Today, I'll talk about creating a cover page in TikZ. This is motivated by a question from a user about creating a title page using ComaScript. I'm not going to show anything with ComaScript today, but I will show how to create a cover page using TikZ that you can then use in any document. The main thing that is new is creating a full page graphic using TikZ. There are two main things that you need to do this. First is the special TikZ picture options, remember picture and overlay. Second, there are special anchors you can use to position your graphic elements relative to the entire page. You can create your cover page in your main document or as a standalone document that you then include into your main document. I'll show you both ways today. The videos on this channel are based on my book, Unlocking LaTeX Graphics, as well as some bonus material. Here's a report with fake text that I'll use to demonstrate creating a cover page in TikZ. Let me go over the document setup. It uses the standard article document class. I'm using the hyperref package to create a hyperlink from the author name to the YouTube channel. The titling package is used to save the title, author, and date information for later use on the cover page. This saves retyping the information. The lipsum package is used to generate fake text for this demonstration. The key package is, as usual, TikZ for creating our graphics. I've also defined some custom colors for use in the cover page. This is using features of the Xcolor package, which is loaded automatically by TikZ. Now I want to add a cover page to this document before the make title command. I create a TikZ picture environment with the options remember, picture, and overlay. This allows me to position elements relative to the page. Next, I add a node containing the title text. I position it relative to the current page.center, so that's the center of the page. Then I move it up 2 centimeters. I set the anchor to the south so that the bottom of the text is at that position. I then set the font size, weight, color, and alignment. The font huge is the biggest that LaTeX provides by default, but I want it even bigger. This is why I'm using scale equals 2 to double its size. The node content uses /the title from the titling package. This saves retyping the title. When I compile, I see the title text nicely positioned on the middle of the cover page. Before we go further, I want to fix 2 minor issues with the page numbering. We don't want any page number on the cover page, and we want the main document to start on page 1 after the cover page. So right now it starts on page 2. So first let's add this page style empty to our cover page, and that will suppress the page number on that page. So that got rid of that page number. Now we'll scroll down, and this is still page number 2. So what we can do here is add set counter page 1 right after the clear page command. When we recompile that, our page counter has been reset to number 1, and so we've gotten that issue taken care of. Now let's add the author and date to the cover page. So I'll paste those 2 nodes here and compile. The author is at the center of the page, and I'm specifying that the anchor is the center, but that's actually the default. The date is 2 centimeters below the center with its anchor at the north. When I add the author node, which contains a hyperlink inside a scaled node, the hyperlink box isn't scaled correctly. This is apparently some incompatibility between hyperlink and scaling. To fix this issue, I will create a standalone TikZ node inside the hyperlink. So I'll get rid of this and instead paste this much more complicated bit of code. So let's look at this code in some detail. So here I have a node, and its only option is that intercept is 0 EM. And then I have a hyperlink here, and inside that hyperlink, I create another node. So its first argument is the URL, and its second argument is a TikZ environment embedded inside a TikZ environment. And then this TikZ environment has a single node inside of it. I have all the options I had before, and have the unlocking LaTeX graphics. So now when you look at this link, everything is scaled correctly. Now I don't actually want that box to be showing on my cover page, so I'll go up here to the Hyperlink package and add the hide links option so that I don't see a box, but I'll still see a slight highlight when I mouse over that. Next, let's add some design elements to the cover page. I'll go to the top of my TikZ picture and I'll paste 2 circles, and notice where these circles are. The first one is at current page.northwest, that's up here, and then I move the center 2 inches to the right and 1 inch up, and so you just see the edge of this circle over here, and I do something similar at the bottom. I start at current page.southeast, move 2 inches to the left and 0 inches up, and then draw my 3-inch circle. Note that anything that goes off the page is simply clipped. I'll finish the cover page by adding some stripes on the side. So this comes after those 2 circles, so it'll go over top of them, and then I will compile that so you can see what's happening. So I'm using a for each loop over the different colors that I want my stripes to be. I use the count option to get the loop index, and then I use the evaluate option to use count to compute the offset for each stripe. So each one will be a little further over. I'll link to the episode on for loops in the show notes for more details on how this works. Then I draw the stripes themselves as filled rectangles positioned relative to the southwest and southeast corners of the page. Each rectangle has a width of 0.2 and a height of paper height. What we have right now is our cover page inside of our main document. Every time we compile the document, we also compile the cover page. You may wish to create the cover page as a standalone document to speed up compilation of your main document. So let me show you how to do this. I went ahead and copied everything up to the end of the TikZ picture into coverpage.text. I copied all the front matter and everything up to the end TikZ picture, and then add the end document. Let me compile this, and now I have a single page, which is just my cover page. An annoying thing about Overleaf is that it doesn't save the output PDF of a standalone document in a way that you can immediately reuse. You have to download it manually and then re-upload it. So you would download it using this button here, and then save it as coverpage.pdf, which I've already done. Then you take your file and you go ahead and drag it and upload that one file, and now you have it so that you can use it. I don't generally use Overleaf for serious work because of issues like this, but it's convenient for making these videos. You just do this 2-step process, which is fine for a single graphic, but actually does become rather annoying when you have many graphics. Now we can go back to the main document and include the cover page PDF into it. I've already deleted the content of the TikZ picture environment in the main document. Now I can just go ahead and paste a single node that centers coverpage.pdf at the current page.center. I still have remember, picture, and overlay here. That's very important. And I will say when you do this outside of Overleaf, sometimes you have to compile twice to make the centering with respect to the current page work. Saving the cover page as a separate PDF has the advantage of faster compilation and is usually worth the extra effort of creating the standalone cover page document. However, there are a few disadvantages. First, you have to manually update the cover page PDF anytime you make changes that would affect it. So if you change the title in your main document, you're going to have to go over and also change it in the coverpage.text document. Second, links in the cover page do not work when the PDF is included in this way. So this unlocking LaTeX graphics is not linking anymore. These are minor inconveniences and well worth the trouble in most scenarios. I'll show you one last way to include the cover page in the main document. You don't have to use TikZ at all, so I'll get rid of all of this. First, we have to go up and add another package up here called PDFPAGES. This is in the preamble of the document. Then inside the document, before I do the clear page, I'll do include PDF coverpage.pdf. And the result is exactly the same as before, but it's a little less cumbersome than doing this with the TikZ method. I hope you enjoyed today's episode on creating a cover page using TikZ. I include a link to the Overleaf document I created today in the show notes. If you found this helpful or interesting, please click like or subscribe. If you have TikZ or PGF plots questions, please post them in the comments. If you want to learn more, please check out the other videos. I also have a book, Unlocking LaTeX Graphics, available for purchase at major book retailers. Thanks for watching.